already. And just like that, my work day is done. The only thing I got left is the commute home, which is probably about 40 minutes away from home. It's been a good day. Sun is high in the sky and it's still a little bit warm out. It's not cold. It's just not all the way warm either. So it's probably about 50 degrees. I'm gonna run this light because I just don't feel like waiting. Pondering my meal of choice for dinner. I'm thinking it's going to be a steak. I just don't know if I'm going to stop somewhere and get a steak, or if I'm going to go home and cook a steak. But that's what I'm thinking. And I really hope I'm going the right way. Like I said, I've only been out to this particular facility one other time other than today. And the last time I went back the other way, but I saw a sign for the PA Turnpike that it was about 5 miles this direction. That was before I made the turn into that parking lot, but coming out of the parking lot, I haven't seen anything yet. So I'm really hoping. I'm in Youngwood, PA. Oh yeah, I know where I am. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely get on the turnpike going this way. I have a friend who lives out here in Youngwood. Not terribly far from where I'm at right now. No, not terribly far at all. I do like that it's staying lighter out longer. As a matter of fact, we're supposed to spring forward on Sunday into daylight savings time, so it's nice to be this time of the year again. I'll be happy when it's consistently springtime, not 60 degrees one day and 3 inches of snow the next. We literally had that this week, and we're gonna have it again tomorrow because there's supposed to be some overnight snow tonight after it being as nice as it is right now. Yeah, I'd like for it to be consistently springtime, not winter trying to hang on. Keep moving. They do contactless ticketing at the toll booth. I'll get a letter in the mail saying how much I owe. What else is new? Alrighty. Yep, so cruising it on home. That's a beautiful sunset over there. I don't think I've done this much riding in a day since the time that we spent down in Perry for the roundup last year. Because not only did we ride all the way down there from Pittsburgh, but pretty much if we wanted to go anywhere, the only way that you were going to get there was to mount up and ride. So, like I said, this is going to take a little bit of getting used to riding the everyday commute, you know, and in addition to the planned recreational riding that I do. But I actually enjoyed it today. I really did enjoy getting out and going to work and getting around the city and seeing my clients and running the errands and everything that I do in a work day, doing it from here instead of in the car. It was pretty cool. It'll be even better when the weather's just a tad bit warmer. but this was not at all a bad day to be out on too. It's funny how people want to try to race with you when you want to go around him. Because he wasn't going that fast until I got over into this lane. Now he wants to race. You can have it. The way I see it is I win either way. If you speed up, I win. If I go around you, I win. Because I get to keep the pace that I want to keep without being hampered by you. So, hey, it's all good. I just think it's funny when people want to be offended. They don't want you to go around them. That happens up here in Pittsburgh a lot. I just make sure I keep my distance. I'm not going to die trying to race with somebody I've never met. That doesn't make any sense.
Hey y'all, it's Derrick T, and I thought I'd drop a little bit of an overlay into this part of the video because literally I had been out all day from about maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, and at this point in the night it was probably about 7 o'clock, about 7:30ish by the time my work day was done. And when I say I've been from one end of the county that I live in all the way to the other end of the county, it was a pretty long day of traveling to see clients and running errands and doing everything that the job requires me to do. But I did it on the bike, and so it was a good day. I was pretty tired by this time, I'm not gonna lie. And literally for the rest of this video, and this is the cut version, but I was quiet the rest of the time. It was a writer's block, for lack of a better term, you know. I thought I was recording a motovlog and I was going to keep on talking, and it just got to a point where there was nothing else to say. So I was just riding and enjoying the sunset, but instead of having you all watch blank footage, I thought I'd lay something in here over the top. One thing I am happy about is how the battery pack on the back of the helmet turned out and how that's really been working out for me. There's been a couple of lessons that I've learned along the way, but the battery pack, one thing, I mean, it records and records and records. There was a time that I actually, during this ride and during this day, that I put the helmet down. I had taken it off and forgot to stop the camera from recording, and I had gone away from it. Helmet was in the trunk, and I have like maybe about 90 minutes worth of footage of the camera just recording a black space in the trunk because I forgot to turn the camera off, and the battery pack just kept on going. And even by the time I got home, it was only about a quarter used. I had to charge it, but I mean, it has 4 little circles on the battery pack, and only one of the circles had gone down. So when I say I have plenty of recording time, and that's a big thing for GoPro users. Anybody who uses a GoPro knows that those batteries are not really, really good. But that battery pack that put on the bike, not on the bike, on the helmet, has really, really been a godsend. And it's allowed me to catch a lot more footage without having to pull over so frequently to change and swap out batteries. And, you know, even when I'm charging, I don't have to take, you know, a whole bunch of GoPro batteries with me and something to charge them up in and everything else. I got one battery pack on the helmet, and I make sure that that's charged, you know, before every ride. So that really, really, really has been a good thing.
Ooh, it's kind of windy out.
One of the other things that I'm learning along the way, and I have it down now, I understand why I get audio problems, those little popping noises that you hear sometimes in this video, and I wrote captions about it earlier in the video. Sometimes I leave my visor just a little bit open to get air, and I notice that's when I'm getting those noises like that. When I close the visor all the way, the sound from the audio, the microphone in my helmet is very, very different. So that's a lesson learned, and hopefully this will be the last time you see one of my videos where, you know, that's an issue. I didn't want to scrap all of that footage for that reason. So I'm kind of laying out some lessons that I've learned along the way, hoping that, you know, for those people who are into the same thing and you're having that same issue, that's just what I've learned along the way. Feel free to drop a comment if something works a little bit better for you that you might have a suggestion about. Something else that I'd like to share with you, and this is just a little bit of an opportunity for you all to get to know me a little bit better. Many of you all know that I'm a musician, and I'll show you just a picture of my bike very quickly. You all see that there's, you know, I painted my wind deflectors in the form of pianos. It represents what I do, and a large part of what I do and a large part of who I am is I'm a gospel musician. And one of the things that you'll hear, you've heard it in a couple of my most recent videos, probably about the last maybe 4 or 5 videos. The music that you hear at the end of the video is a song that was written by somebody who is pretty important to me, somebody who is a very, very special person in my life who passed away back in January. And she gave me her permission. One of my very last conversations with her was her giving me her permission to utilize some of her music in a podcast that I do with a couple friends. And so I thought it would be fitting just to drop a little segment of it into the end of my videos where the closing credit runs, just as a little tribute to her. Like I said, she was an amazing musician and an even more amazing person. And I just wanted to put something into my videos that reminds me of her and is a nice tribute to her. Well, you all, speaking of other lessons that I've learned on this motovlog journey, now that I've kind of been through an entire winter having this motovlog, because I think when I first started, it was like springtime. And so I didn't really spend a whole lot of time going through a winter, although the In the House series was kind of born because of inclement weather too. So, but one of the things that I have learned is to record. I have plenty of footage just from riding around town, from going to and from work and everything else. And I'm starting to put videos together and putting them into what I call the pipeline. I've scheduled out videos. I have about 3 months worth of videos that are coming out every week now. And the method to the madness is get enough videos into the pipeline so that when the winter comes around and the weather is inclement, particularly here in Pittsburgh, we get a lot of snow, a lot of ice and everything. There's a lot of salt on the roads where riding is just not possible, not feasible, that I'm not struggling for content because the content is already there. So I'm really working on that, and it's going really well. It's going really well. Got some camping trips coming up, and you'll start seeing those videos drop on the YouTube channel. So if you're into moto camping, Steel City MotoVlogs is going to be doing a whole moto camping series this spring, starting in the springtime. As a matter of fact, first trip is in less than a month, so I'm really looking forward to that. And there's going to be some videos coming out, me pulling the trailer as well. So you all stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting things coming up. Be on the lookout for another video too called Steel City Deer Crashes. Yeah, I talk about some things encountering wildlife while you're riding and being careful about that. So that's going to be a good one to be looking out for too. Hey, until then, you all be safe out there. My name is Derrick T, and I'd love it if you'd go ahead and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. Thank you to all those people who have. We're up around 70,000 views now on the channel, and hey, you guys are amazing. So I'll talk to you all later. You all be safe out there. You're watching Steel City MotoVlogs.